This is the first time they've been back in a decade, and I'm really, really chuffed to please welcome Luke and Hugh from the Kooks! You guys are really great songwriters. Could you talk us through the process of how you... It's kind of riff-driven, it's got cute lyrics,
it was like, in the early days, especially for me, that was something that was really important with our band, was that we were really, we just wrote a lot, you know. It was like, I'm a big believer in that, in the kind of like what Bob Dylan says, you know, you gotta write every day. And so the process changes, and especially like if you guys have heard our new album, it's like, we really flipped the way of the writing. Before, it would be very much like guitar, riff driven, and then a lot of the time we jam it out and I just sing over the top, and then the new ones like all come from logic and the drums and the rhythm tracks, so it's a lot more dancey the stuff. So I think you've got to keep fluid with the way that you write, but just keep doing it.
Do you think it's important to it's like you've got to find a groove, but then you've got to keep changing, haven't you? But that's a difficult thing to do as a band, because people want more of the same.
It's something you've got to think about, but at the same time, it's always a risk in music. There's no, the way that I see it, the amount of albums we've done, there's no, you can think you're playing it safe and you're not. You know, it's like it doesn't really, you know, music changes so quick, and that's a good thing. So if we carry on doing the same thing, I don't know, you know, it wouldn't be maybe the buzz we're getting on the new album, or it could have been, but in the end of the day, you've got to do what you think's great. In the end of the day, that's what's important.
Going back to what you were saying about nerves, what would your advice be to sort of overcome it quickly? Because I find that when I go on stage, I get really nervous quite quickly, and I find it really difficult to get rid of that.
Do you know what came to my mind instantly when you asked that was a story that I heard about Kirsty MacColl, who's actually an old friend of mine's mum, and she's a really great singer. I'm sure you've heard of her. And she had really bad stage fright. How she got over it was she had her, I think, really good friend at the time, then became her boyfriend on stage. And I think, you know, that overcame it for her. And I'm not saying boyfriend, but what I mean is having like at least one musical person there, musician there, who you really like feel really comfortable and safe with, and really like, you know, can give you that support. Because like for me as a singer, when I know I've got the three guys behind me, they're like, you know, it's like soldiers, you know, we're like there together. Do you know what I mean? And that gives you a lot of confidence. So that's one thing I'd say.
You can rehearse songs and melodies and whatever, but you can't rehearse nerves or adrenaline. You can't rehearse a gig or a crowd. You can't rehearse with a crowd in your bedroom. That'd be cool, but you can't. So I think, just do it as much as possible.
What did you learn from BIMM, and what did you like take from BIMM to get you like out into the industry or something?
I learned that it's okay to not be technically awesome or the best, or to be competitive in your class. And I think I learned that it's just as important to play things melodically and not as kind of technically as advanced as you feel the pressure. Like, you should be the best guitar player in the class to get the best session work and get out of BIMM and go and do loads of sessions. I learned that that's something that is wrong, and it's actually more important to focus on experience and melody and pour yourself into a style which is, you know, can only come from yourself.
I think BIMM was really cool because of the freedom, you know, it's like, and meeting other musicians was like a big thing, where it was everyone knew everyone, and it was about sort of learning how to put a band together, in a sense. Outside was encouraged as much as inside, you know, so I thought that was cool. But it's, you know, it's interesting, it's like, it's kind of the same point as Hugh, really. I think, you know, you can't, certain things you can't teach. It's like, it's great, I think it's just a great place for people to come and like, and debate music and talk and like, and have a vibe. And for me personally, on a very personal level, it's the first time, when I came, I wanted to be in the guitar class, and, you know, I ended up doing the singing class, and it was the first time someone said to me, "Oh, you got a cool voice," you know. Now that, and then you like my songs, and like, so some great teachers, and I'm not just saying that seriously. And so it was like, there's a lot of people that we learn from here. But like he said, you know, for us it's about being a place of meeting and then doing your own thing and not holding on too tightly to it.
Can I just say, we've done loads of these, as you remember from your days, with amazing guests from all through music history, whether it's Chuck D or all kinds of people, but I've never been more proud to have two guys in the school. Let's please give them a massive, massive thank you. Thank you.